Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this bitmap. Pretty fuzzy of a ship, a Navy ship. And it's pretty big, but since it's just black and white, I'm going to just trace it. Trace bitmap, outline trace clip art, 99% of the time. And this is what they sent me. And they're not happy with the trace on the railing. I mean, that thing's not even square. Most of them are pretty good. And I don't know what that is. But what we're going to do, we're going to left click, no fill, right click outline. And we're going to go to object and ungroup. And then if you cannot select that, you have to break the curve apart. But it's going to let me, so I'm just going to, okay, you got to go, that was just an extra copy. Break the curve apart to be able to get rid of those. And you can literally, see there's 2 copies of everything. You can literally just swipe, don't start here because you got the ship. Start up here where there's no ship. Now I'm not going to draw these like half ones. So we're just going to put that railing from there to there. And I'm going to bring this up a little bit. And then I'm going to skew it this way, trying to keep it on that line. Now I'm going to Control D or hit the plus key on the keyboard and move another one like right there. Try to do the same distance. Well, sometimes Control D doesn't work for me. Just make that exact duplicate and put it about right there. Then shift select both of them. Go up to effects and blend. And I'm going to blend 10 times. Now what happens when I take the Smart Fill tool, set on black, and move it away. Look at the difference. That'll make a big deal when you're engraving it. I mean, 1, fuzziness, 2, what you saw when it was, and I'd still clean up some of this stuff. It'd be easier to do it with no fill. And, like those windows look pretty good, but, these windows, to me, don't look good. It's hard to select. Oh, go up to object, break the curve apart. Go up to object, group. Whenever you see that happen, well, okay, there we go. So let's just select from outside the page and just kind of remember where they were. And, we put a window. Let's make it look a little unique. Hit the plus key, hold down the control button. Let's hit the plus key again and make it really narrow. Well, my plus key didn't work. So Control D. See, that's why I don't like Control D, but that's fine. And I'm going to bring in my 2-sided arrow, and I'm going to grab those 2 right there. And then actually, I'm going to see I grabbed didn't grab outside the boat, and you could lock it. I'm going to Control G to group that, Control D to duplicate. Whoa. And while holding down the control button, put it right there. Take your Smart Fill, and I would go through here and clean anything else up at the time. But look how much better that looks than what we had. I still have a red hairline. Take the red hairline away, it looks a lot better. I'd clean up stuff like that. That back railing is like completely gone. And well, let's just do it. I'm going to take away all these nodes. You know what? Let's go ahead and take away the fill. And there's 2 copies of that. evidently, because we had one ghost. So I'm just going to use this one now. And I'm going to get my shape tool, and I'm going to just swipe through here and delete nodes, and then add a node right there and grab those two nodes and right click and turn them into a line. That'll get us that straight part of the ship. And you can see like there's a, well, that's either there on purpose or not. Just get rid of it. And then if you want to make that, I did what you shouldn't do. I started with my 2-point line, start moving it, and then hold. Wow, why is it doing that? All right, just get it off the ship. Plus key. Let's these are just suggestions. Let's go ahead and put it on the deck of the ship. Let's grab both these, woo, with the pick tool. Let's make them a little bit thicker. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and make them, well, it doesn't matter. Object, convert the outline to an object, left click, right click. You see that way it looks like 2 posts. We probably need 2 more. So select those 2, go up to show me effect, blend. Let's just blend them twice now. And what that's going to do is going to put them perfectly split up in this, between the 2. Now you could use, like we did earlier, and I just realized when we filtered those, they're a little bit off. So I'm going to, holding down the Alt key, I'm going to swipe through here. Let's set our nudge factor on like 0.001. Grab those 4 and just move them down. And because what we're going to do to make it all look like one, okay, you remember it's a blend. Whenever that happens, you got to break the blend apart. If you don't, it'll really mess up the blend. So I'm making this part of the ship. Now we can take 2-point lines. I'm holding down the control button. I don't know why Control D is not working today. But I think I got 2 copies of that. That looks good enough. Take your Alt key and select those 3 lines. Turn them into something other than a hairline. That's good enough. Object, order, or excuse me, convert the outline to an object. Left click, right click. We can't really weld this. You know what, you probably could. Let's try it. But you're going to have to select the entire ship and hit weld. I'd be real curious. Yeah, it didn't do it. Yeah, it partially did it. I would just hold down your Alt key and swipe down there. Hold down your Alt key, swipe down the middle. I'm swiping down the middle. On this, I'm getting rid of the lines. Now take your Smart Fill tool. And I think there was a sailor out there too. Let me look at that. That's gonna, and I didn't do a really good job. But look how much cleaner. You got to get rid of your Smart Fill tool when you're zooming in. Look how much cleaner. Well, I'm having trouble today. You probably do the same thing I did back here, but this looks a little different, maybe better. But I would, take a little time and fix these. These should be square. Anyway, I hope that gave him some ideas, and thank you for watching.